1,000 souls here. You all hopefully have relatives who were part of the military. Each day that goes by without them telling their story to someone, that story slowly slips away. So let me challenge you to get that story down in writing, on DVD, on tape or something, so your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren know exactly what you did in keeping this country, America the Great. So please, write it down, tell your children, go interview some people, and remember that story. Because don't be like me. I don't have anything to remember except the fond memories of them being my parents. So please, do that if you don't mind. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of
chair?
applause for Tom, who has put his heart and soul into making this cemetery look so beautiful. Is Mary Jones around? Because Tom's not alone here. He's got some fine folks right behind him, helping him to make this cemetery look so wonderful. Is Mary Jones out there somewhere? Well, she's probably roaming around making sure that everything is perfect out here. Mary Jones and her staff are to be commended for the immense work it takes on a daily basis to honor all those interred here. And Tom can attest to this. He could not do it without the help of his fine staff. Correct, sir? All right. Next up, Ricardo Reyes, representing Governor Jerry Brown's office.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ricardo Reyes, Deputy Secretary with the California Department of Veterans Affairs. And on behalf of the Department Secretary and also the Governor, I'd like to thank you for allowing us to share. It's a privilege and an honor to share this Memorial Day with you and read the Governor's Memorial Day proclamation. On Memorial Day, we pay tribute to Americans who have suffered and died in war. The custom of marking this day originated just after the Civil War. To help heal the wounds of war, Americans in all parts of the country began decorating the graves of the dead with flowers, a universal symbol of the renewal of life. As a small step in the lengthy task of reuniting a nation divided, we chose to honor all the dead, Union and Confederate, regardless of our own allegiances during that terrible struggle. After the First World War, we expanded our observance to honor all Americans who have fought and died in any of our nation's wars. In 1971, the United States Congress declared Memorial Day to be a national holiday observed on the last Monday in May. Today, I ask all Californians to pay tribute to our fallen military heroes. In their memory, I have ordered the flags to be flown at half-staff on all state buildings and grounds throughout the state. In addition, I would ask you to participate in the National Moment of Remembrance and pause at 3 p.m. on Memorial Day for a moment of silence to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Now, therefore, I, Edmund G. Brown, Jr., Governor of the State of California, do hereby proclaim May 29th, 2017 as Memorial Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Brown, and we accept this with great pleasure and great honor.
Next up, representing Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti's office, Daniel Tam.
I'm here on behalf of Mayor and former Navy officer Eric Garcetti, the men and women who have died in defense of our freedoms may have been lost to the misery of war and conflict, but their heroism will ring out through the ages. Every American owes an incalculable debt of gratitude to all people, native-born and immigrants from all over the world, who have given their lives while wearing our nation's uniform. My wish is that Memorial Day brings moments to remember their stories, reflect on their bravery, and meditate on the fullness of their sacrifices. Mayor Eric Garcetti, thank you.
now, though listed in your program, unfortunately, Nicholas Pietroforte is ill. Another fine veteran has stepped up. Please welcome Vietnam War veteran Paul Roach.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Fighting soldiers from the sky, fearless men who jump and die, men who mean just what they say, the brave men of the Green Beret, silver wings upon their chest. These are men, America's best. 100 men will test today, but only 3 win the Green Beret. Trained to live off nature's land, trained in combat, hand to hand, men who fight by night and day, courage take from the Green Beret. Silver wings upon their chest. These are men, America's best. 100 men will test today, but only 3 win the Green Beret. But only 3 win the Green Beret. But only 3 win the Green Beret.
Wow! You know, it's one thing to do that, but it's another thing to do that and sound great doing it. If I had been up there, you probably would have appreciated the words, but the singing would have been horrific. Thank you, Mr. Roach. That was outstanding. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bradley Phillips, Executive Director of Pacific District of the National Cemetery Administration. Mr. Phillips oversees 14 national cemeteries, wow, and 7 satellite cemeteries in 9 states. An Army veteran with the 82nd Airborne, with service in Japan, Europe. He served with NATO and deployments in Bosnia and Kosovo. I met this young man. He is outstanding. Another one with a burly smile, Mr. William Bradley Phillips.
Thank you. Thank you, Leo. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank you for coming here to the Los Angeles National Cemetery to join us today for Memorial Day. I'd like to acknowledge a few of our attendees. First, Congressman Liu for joining us today. Thank you, sir. For all the consul generals and the great donations of the wreath, they're absolutely lovely. I appreciate it. Thank you. For the members of the Veteran Service Organizations, distinguished guests, fellow veterans, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be here this morning with you. It is a great honor and privilege to join you on these hallowed grounds as we pay tribute to all the men and women who served our nation in uniform, who now rest peacefully within these walls, and at other VA national, state, tribal, and private cemeteries throughout this great country. From the American Revolution to the global war on terror, more than 45 million men and women have answered the call to serve. They were our protectors in war and peace. Their selfless service, and most importantly, the selfless service of their families, has sustained our way of life for nearly 250 years. And they belong to a long list of America's finest citizens as we remember them all today. They came from every city, every town, every village, every hamlet. They all knew full well the potential price of freedom, the price of what they chose to defend, just might result in their own death. Yet, they made the decision to serve anyway. The sad truth is, over 1 million men and women never returned home to see their loved ones again. They most certainly joined, not believing it would be the end, for if they did, victory would never be possible. Instead, they served for a greater good as citizen warriors with a sense of duty and pride to create a better path for our future. And even if they never had the chance to walk that path, the work had been done so that others might. Fortunately,